Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to a brand new week, a brand new Monday, and a brand new day in wilderness, where it is I and the dread flying pirate Flying Fnurbles. Welcome in, everybody. I hope that everybody is doing okay and having a good start to the week. I did hear that I have a hydrate to do, so I'll hydrate. Thank you for that. And to go with it, there was a stretch. So, thank you. Who did that go? Thank you to Feg for those. Yikes. So, yes, there is now an audio cue for those because of the number of times that I missed the hydrate. And since you lot keep them in sync, I didn't put one on for stretch. Welcome in. Let's see, we've got a super fast Feg with, well, apparently an ice cream van that he stole from Rupert Grint, which might have come with Rupert Grint. Probably didn't want to leave the cool. Welcome in, Feg. Frauke, welcome. Whoa, my. Welcome in, Frauke. Sydney, welcome in. Stealing Mary's blankets to make a fort. I mean, that would be Castle Grey blanket. All sorts of things going on in there. True Purple, welcome in. I suppose if it's almost stream time, it's almost lunchtime, you should get something cooking. Sounds like a plan, Sydney. Jingles playing from the ice cream van seemed very ominous. Oh my. Chaos Tween, welcome in. Blast, welcome in. And my brain is reading things and failing to cope for some reason. Welcome in, Blast. Hope you're doing well. Look, just because you don't advertise practicing safe hat. Oh my. Although I walked past, I was out shopping on Sunday, and probably the most unusual thing to see signs up for. Somebody was selling a safe. I'm like, why on earth would you put, printed out, pieces of paper stuck up on the wall, selling a safe? I mean, are they selling it closed and with the assumption that it's nicked and it's your problem to get into, or what? All the weird things to see. There's the bots. Welcome into the bots. And the scurrying commences. Blast getting the first one there by the looks of it. Sydney coming in shortly after. Welcome in. Good time zone, Scots, bots, and Fnurbles. Yes, welcome into all of you. Shadow Sky getting a scurry there. Thank you. There's the hydrate and stretch. Scroll faster, Scots. You've got a lot to catch up on. Henry, welcome in, Henry. Here we are. First contact was from Sydney. Did you hear about the two antennas got married? I heard the reception was incredible. Oh, goodness. Kel getting the scurry in. We're up to 12 there. Blast. Ariana Grande was quite a large artist, but did you know who's even larger than that? Ariana Grande. Ariana Venti. I don't actually understand coffee jokes, so I don't drink coffee. Where's my bed? There it is. Throws a flat weight at Blast. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. TGM, welcome in. Blast is on a 570 stream streak, managing to confuse me there. The whole user ID failed bit had me double checking all of my apps and systems to make sure that I hadn't fnurbled something. But apparently Mary was not as confused and immediately caught up with you and threw you in blanket jail. So, only I was the one confused, not Mary. Raven, welcome in. TGM on a 230 stream streak. Boop. And managing to escape Mary with a boop. 4 hours sleeps a day, walking in for 12 or 13 a.m. Blast. You really do need to take care of yourself. That does not sound healthy. I hope that it's only a short-term thing, and once you get settled, it gets better, because that's not healthy. Just got emailed by a recruiter to your work inbox on what in... oh dear, that's a bad idea. Volder, welcome in. Yeah, Sydney asking the same questions. Elkhorn, welcome in, Elkhorn. And Elkhorn got the redeem for the for the decked out run. Apparently it's a deadly run. I guess I'm due to die. That copper stair gives flying fnurbles a clock orange look to them. I was thinking more the Dread Pirate fnurbles, but I mean, whichever floats your fnurbles. That sounds slightly less sensible than I was aiming for. Great start. One day of 2 weeks off. Ooh, 2 weeks off. I love that idea, TGM. I do hope you are able to relax, enjoy yourself, and have a lovely forget how to deal with anything to do with work as a result. Chain and Lantern also gives the teardrop tattoo look. I always thought that the chain and lantern looked like they were beads hanging from hair braid. But, I mean, whatever you see, I guess. Let's see. So we're going deadly. Not enough to play that dangerous game at work. Good news, everyone. Internet remains strong and is behaving normal with not a fnurble in sight. Don't say that. The fnurbles like to come out and play when you mention them. Hopefully they don't, though. Let's see. Your probation ends mid-August. There's probably a light at the end of the tunnel. Absolutely love the work and the people we work with. The hours is... yeah, that's not sustainable at all, Blast. Glam Pixie, welcome in. Look, leave me your Innocent Blanket Fort alone. The Innocent Blanket Fort is Castle Grey Blanket. It's been a thing here for a while. We're very happy that Castle Grey Blanket exists. Landstrad, welcome in. Can Cal join you in the Blanky Fort? Probably. Make sure you can still hear the approaching sirens over the ice cream van jingles, and oh my. Landstrad plops his head up from the underworks of Castle Grey Blanket. Did someone invoke my real estate? Yes. Still contemplating when to tell your supervisor, but it's probably final week. Okay. Turn down the boombox. Yep. New one, and you don't have room for two. Well, okay. Are there other kinds? What? I'm not even going on that one. Grand left. Nothing but debt, and they need to sell the estate safe to... yeah, that's possibly it. Oh yeah, safe. New one and didn't have room for the two. My brain is trying to figure out what's going on here. Joined Sydney in the blankie, fought with snacks, cut up chocolate and suitable temperature cuppers. Yep. For sale, one safe, slightly used. That literally, I think that was pretty much the way that it was phrased almost. I was a little bit... I didn't read the whole sign. I just moved on and decided not to worry. Let's see. We'll say things not get better. Harvest season soon. Number of samples. Good lord. Yeah. Ghast has no hair. For sale. One safe, slightly not. Spent the first half in chill mode. Second half was spent painting beams and columns in your carport from last year. I mean, that's getting things done. Nordic Wolf, welcome in. Sneaking into the clearing and burrowing into some moss. Look after yourself. I did see that, Sydney. I deliberately moved on. Luna, welcome in. Oh, well, hello there. Almost got the right accent for that as well. Sin Lily, welcome in. One of these days I'll actually start going down those stairs. Mika, welcome in. Why did the ferret go to school to get his master's degree in tubology? Pops back into the underworks, comes back to the scroll. Let's see, scans invoking Castle Grey Blanket. I am owed a counterfeit silver piece made of tin and a single bent copper piece. Bent copper piece, yeah. Time as a company is extremely valuable. While I do work crazy hours, do learn a whole lot. Okay. Hopefully. Was I going for Scar or Obi-Wan? Somewhere in the middle. Well, hello there. Good lord, I think I've managed to catch up with chat. Thank you, chat. I've almost managed to. Can't really apologise enough that your brand is questionable. I mean, welcome to questionable. We do. Ow. What? I did not hit that wall. The sudden drop in hearts suggests I did. I'm going to ignore that entirely. Yes. I have one key. That's good. I was worried for a second that I didn't have any keys and I was going to have to go all the way back up again. Oh, dear. Oh, my. Well, that's an interesting quote there, Landstrad. Oh, followed by Sydney getting... whoops. That's an interesting one. Probably safer to assume the randomness comes out as not connected. Yeah, that. I'm going to stick with that one. Didn't get to see it was already done. Premature splat. Scots, you sound like me when I'm trying to say something. I did not hit that thing. Game is acting exactly. Look, I regularly do something dumb, Mika. It is unfortunately one of my trademarks. If I can do something dumb, I probably have. Right, I'm not wearing anything of importance. One thing you did see last week, someone sent in a fish sauce sample for coumarin. And this is one of the principal components of cinnamon. Ask yourself if they were starting to make cinnamon-scented fish sauce. Turns out sample was not detected, so you guess not. Yep. Scroll is strong today. Well, of course it is. Did in fact make lunch, cooked up some crispy chicken to turn into a pesto provolone panini. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Right. Game is ready. Music is off. Minimap is off. Game volume. Oh, PC volume has been upped to. Let's hear the Ravagers.
Beware the depths.
And let's beware the depths. Golden carrots and silk touch pick go into chest. Respawn point has been set. Doors have closed behind us. Deadly is already set. Well, obviously the world knew I was on my way in. You hate doing dumb things and you get really set if you do dumb things. Humans do dumb things. Sometimes it's super... Yep. Dumb things happen. Dum dum da dum dum. I can do the dum dum da dum dum da dum dum da da da. Whoops. Well, I've now just placed my box of cards on the floor. Right. Okay, that is definitely my box of cards. Am I training for the 25th? Hopefully not, because I decked out as a pussycat in comparison. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yes. So, before I actually start on this, I will say there was an announcement over the weekend. I did post it in Discord. If you are a member of the Build for Better Discord, you will find that there is now the ability to sign up to show your interest in being able to run Brassguard, the dungeon that was created during Build for Better. Woohoo! Yep. Teams of 4 will be created by the admins, not by me. I don't get to choose them. Hopefully, people will get in. Hopefully, people will get to play. Hopefully, people will get to do some interesting and silly things involving looking through Brassguard and finding all of the statues and so forth, and fun and fnurbly. In the interim, I'm going to go and die. Because, to be honest, this is decked out on Deadly, and the odds are not in my favour. May the odds be ever in my fnurble. We're going to level 3 to play with the Wardens. Down to the Wardens.
Regeneration.
Regeneration is on. Hey, Midna. Hey, Canadian Dragon. Welcome in to all of you. Surprises yet to come as well that you've not announced. There will probably be other ways in which I can die.
Intelligence.
There's the intelligence, which is about the only thing that will be intelligent on this. Oh, no. You better not be right where I'm about to get fnurbled. Are we about to be ejected into the backside of a... Thankfully, no. Don't know why I'm looking at that. Okay, you're over there.
Gold mine.
Gold mine is a good thing to have immediately. No, I do not want to play trumping. It's too early to be tromped on. That's tromped on, not Trumpton. We are not Hugh, Pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, or Grub. Gold mine might give us a quick and easy key to get down to level 2. A trumping we will go. A trumping we will go. We're trying to find Hugh, Pew, Bunny McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, and Grub. And a trumping we will go. For those who have no idea what I'm on about, don't worry. Is that a key already? That is a level 2 key. Around the first corner, the first thing we pick up. Thank Fnurbles. Was it Camberwick Green that was that? Or no, it was Trumpton. Now you want to rename all the Ravagers that. Yep. Does that mean a Ravager's favourite instrument is the trumpet? Yep. Down, down, down by the wardens. We will go find the wardens. Down, down, deeper and down. Down, down, we're going deeper and down. Camberwick Green was a spin-off from Trumpton. Ah, okay. I always get those backwards. So, for those who have no clue, Camberwick Green and Trumpton were stop-frame animation puppet-type things in the middle Fnurbles, I think it was the 60s, kids' TV show, and all the firefighters were had the name Hugh, Pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, and Grub. Anyone who ever watched it cannot ever think of firemen without thinking of those names. 1961. Good lord. That's 4 years before the first of the Avengers, because that was 1965. Camberwick Green is the first in the Trumptonshire trilogy, which also includes Trumpton and Cheagle. Cheagle? Cheagley? Oh, yes. Right. Let's see if we can get over to the end. Nope. Back up. Back up. Back up. Not that way. That Ravager turned that... Oh, nope. It spotted me. I like the way that Ravager did not see me as it came round that corner. But then immediately saw me as I attempted to... Hello, bat. And I have already started gathering evil. Just a squirrel of a reversing beeper turned on. Yep. Just when you thought biscuits couldn't get sick. Boom! Biscoffs. Biscoffs are lovely little biscuits, I think. So, yes. Throws broken hobnobs at Blast. Look after yourself, Blast. There's 2 Ravagers in the kitchen. It's one of those phrases that you're not really sure you should be saying. It was the way that the Ravager calmly came past the corner and I'm just backing up quickly.
Loot goblin.
Oh, you're kidding me. Right. Let's open floor 2.
Security authorization accepted.
Right, that triggers all the loot to come out on floor 2 now, which will help me get a key for floor 3 fairly quickly, hopefully. And I'm triggering more. I am triggering all of the Fnurbles. They're always trumping in the kitchen at the parties. Yep. Jerry May, welcome in. Happy Monday. Okay. Now, for my second question. Where is... well, there's Keychild. Hi, Keychild. What are you doing all the way down there? Why are you down there? I need you not to be all the way down there. I would like you to be... Where can I put you that you're not going to make my life difficult? Bottom of the stairs? Bottom of the stairs sounds good. Come on, Keychild. We're going down the stairs. Whoa! You hit me. Run away. Come on, Keychild. Keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. You've already booped the squirrel, so I'm gonna tease you.
Lightly.
Tease you. Come on, lick your lip. There we are. That gets you out of the way. Bye-bye, Keychild. I mean, you're gonna be a problem when I come back out of of floor 3, but honestly, I'm gonna get to floor 3 first. Yep, I've been making all sorts of things unhappy in the dungeon, including me. Sin Lily on a 35 stream streak. Iron Jesus on Decked Out is a deadly run. And Sin Lily got caught by Mary. Sorry, Sin Lily.
Data seeker.
Right, let's see if we can find a key. Can we turn this into a quick, successful level 3 run, or are we going to have to play with Keychild a few more times? The answer to that is probably yes, for the latter. Much as how I would like it to be yes for the former. 13 bits, 11 intel, and a squirrel running around. Down, down, we're going down, down, down to level 3 down, playing with
Loot and
ones
scoot.
behind. A Lutus and Scootus. That might come in handy. That's a warden. A very Francis Rossi mood today. Come on. Give me the key. Just... That's not a key. Come on. Try again. Nope, still not a key. Would you like to try a third time, please?
Pirate's booty.
Still not a key. Would you like to try a fourth time? Nothing. You gave me everything but the key. Whatever you trump. Whatever you like. Whatever you trump, whatever you like, you're going to die. This is deadly. We're going around. We're trying to find our way deep into the ground. Come on. Maybe there's a key up here. No.
Seeker.
Remember, Henry and Luna said they moved all the key spots around. I know. And I hate marbles. Give me a key. Your haunted mansion.
Splatter's Clinton as a trapper!
Scots, give me a key. Me having haunted mansion pop up. Where's the key? The key, the key, the beautiful key. Yep. Of course, we could have the inverse of the golden. We're going down, 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 getting deeper down into the dungeons, trying to get past the wardens. We're going down, down, down into decked out, trying to survive wardens and ravagers and evil. Oh. I give that a 4.0 on the maybe scale. I thought that was a Ravager for a minute. I was like, who put a Ravager in this area of the dungeon? Thankfully, no. I'm not that hungry.
Gold mine.
Warden's getting the early sniffs in. They are. I'm not looking forward to that. Gold mine might help, however. Right, let's see what we can do in this area. I apologize for complete inability to see anything. I still haven't worked out how to make this better for those of you watching. Thank you for the trump. Something keeps causing... Yeah, there's a lot of stuff getting pings around here. That's a key.
Stability.
In fact, that's 2 keys. I don't care. It's 1. That's enough. I can hear creakings and wardens and things going ping. Creakings and wardens and things that go ping. Ravagers wondering when they'll get to eat. Chewing on squirrel is their favorite thing. These are the things that make me want to run. Straight through decked out, trying to get down to find the artifact. I haven't a clue why I'm singing down here, because they can't hear me. Thank God for that.
Evasion.
Spare doom death. But enough about the things that the wardens probably are named on certain floors. Hey, who turned out the lights? Hey, Sci-Fi. Right. Okay, I may want to move Keychild. I don't want to, but I probably should. Putting Keychild all the way down there served its purpose. It helped me get through everything. But I could do with Keychild.
Gold mine.
Come on, Keychild. Whoop, 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 whoop. There you are. Come on, Keychild. Just a little bit higher, because that'll give me a way out later. I did not trigger that. You stop setting off dungeon fnurbles. Zoidberg noises continue. I don't know why I sound like Zoidberg. It's not planned, it just happens.
Sneak.
Just in case. I'm feeling very sneaky. Very sneaky. Let's get down to level 3 and see if we can sneak our way past the wardens. Here's where I hope to Fnurbles and back that this is not on the bottom floor of level 3, right in the middle of that fnurbling... Hi, Keychild. I see you down there. Right in the middle of that fnurbling platform.
Security authorization accepted.
Thank you. Right.
Data seeker.
Down we go. Okay. We're in. In, out, in, out. Squirrel all about. Can we find our artifact before the wardens kill me? Let's see if we can get out. Oh, we're trying to stay alive. Oh, we're trying to stay alive. Slight variation on the hokey cokey there. I'm not liking where that's pointing.
Data seeker.
I am not liking where that's pointing. Mostly because I ain't got a fnurbling clue where it is. Also, there's a warden sniffing. Huh. Nope. I don't want to go this way. It's going to be very dark for a while because there are wardens chasing me. I can't see a thing either, so if I can't see anything, there's sure as heck no way you lot can either. Okay. I think my artifact is towards the exit of this area. Oh, shush. No! I'm not 16 blocks away. There is no way I am 16 blocks away. Hi. Oh, you... No, 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 no. Is my artifact on the other side of this lava flow? That's not fair. Henry! So there are not two doors in that place.
Evasion.
Oh, Luna. Thank you.
Bricks, my old arch enemy.
Thank you, Luna. Oh. Why do I think my artifact just got melted? There's... But... Get out, I'll get you one. Don't get out, I won't. Don't leave the dungeon, though. We'll see what happens. Thank you, Luna. That was one of those... I can't believe that. Right. First problem. Survive. If we survive, then Luna can help us. Where's the exit?
Tread
There it is.
lightly.
Whoops. Captain Gandai's about. Yeah. I don't need you, Luna. I don't Fnibble. Fnibbles. I obviously didn't weave enough. Captain Gandai. Plan some changes for the next update. Kind of excited. Well, that run was exactly what it said on the tin.
My old arch
Deadly.
enemy.
And Rakes, my old arch enemy, seems entirely appropriate given that I got impaled by the fork, or the throwing rake from Captain Gandai. Captain Gander, not Captain Gandai. Okay, Captain Gander. Dang it. I'll hydrate. And a stretch to go with it. Oh. Oh. Thank you, Sydney. Hey, J-Whip, welcome in. That was not just a squeaky bottle. No. That was the opening of a can as a reminder to do things. Paid points to see a Luna and Scott's dungeon run. So less dungeon lackey and more dungeon partner in crime is what I'm hearing. Yes, that's what I'm. Oh well. Thing that killed me was trying to convince me of something. Hi Kay, welcome in. Kel is now saving points for that. Once Wilderness has moved and updated, maybe it will come with. It was propaganda. Yes. Oh, I didn't get that one at first, Elk. I didn't get that one at first. And that one only got a 1 arrow response, so apparently even Mary thought that was pretty good. Oh, goodness. But yes, so the deadly run lived down to its name. It was deadly. And I died. I died. Thanks for saying it out loud. That made the joke. Yep. I could see that it would make more sense once it actually was said out loud as well. And I do try to read out the puns. Kel disagrees with Mary Whitehouse bots and adds more arrows to the punishment. Oh, Elk. Sounds like moose hunting season's back on. Let's get some music back on in the background. Well, I hope that the decked out run lived down to everybody's expectations. It was deadly. There was fneblery. I did almost, as if moose hunting season never ended. Yeah, I did almost fnurble in 3 different directions because I can't believe that thing ate my my artifact. I don't even know what artifact I could have gotten. I don't think I've collected that artifact before. Anyone else get gifted a turbo subscription? Not that I'm aware of, Jerry May. Not that I'm aware of. I wasn't even aware that you could gift someone a turbo subscription. Probably should have. Oh, we have a ping and a light and a decked out box of fun. For some reason, I half expected to end up face to face with Luna as I opened that door. Obviously, my brain is in that sort of mood. Still have 3 different things to trade for points towards a full set at some point. I am out of keys, so I'm going to take some of my intelligence and buy some more. Right. Scottish Brogues, Flying Scotsman, the Scotsman's Shiny Hat, Pointy Message, Fortune, Fire Extinguisher, It's got some fire axe, murder hobo, and some of those. Been able to do that for a while. People prefer to do it directly and subs because Twitch isn't the only person benefiting from the sub. True. I mean, Turbo does benefit the streamer because they still get paid for ads watched by Turbo users, so they still get something, but it's not as good as a subscription. I agree. What do you call a ferret playing a guitar? A jam weasel. Can't think why that got 94 hours. Unable to let Turbo go after last year's Guild Rush. It's so helpful. It's pretty much the same, Sydney. I have it so that I can raid into anybody and make sure that no matter what happens, I can still talk to them on arrival and hear them. Inari, welcome in. Having Turbo just basically means I can raid anyone and not worry about whether or not I'm a sub, I should be a follower. If I'm raiding into you, I'm pretty much usually going to be a follower. But it does mean that I can raid in and make sure that if anything happens by way of ads, I can still be finishing the raid and getting in. Elk is gearing up with a shield and a helmet to try and survive moose hunting season. Yep. I shall wiggle my butt in the direction of the doors to Decked Out, because clearly Decked Out just needs... And Luna leaves the game. Yep. Oh dear. Thank you for attempting to help, Luna. I do appreciate it. The artifact getting spat out into the lava there is a bit evil. I would have loved to have it so that you made sure that I was going to have any reason for it, but got to be on like 5 different instances right now. Oh dear. We've got a properly shirted Luna right there. Why can't everything be on one? Let me think. Because you are such a popular lady, Luna, that you are in high demand wherever you go. To be on many servers and many places and do all the things that you have been doing, including Build for Better, which I mentioned at the beginning of this Decked Out run, which is looking like it's going to be suitably lethal as well. So I'm going to treat this run as warming up for the amount of times that I'm going to die on Build for Better. Because you are a insert ad interruption. No! Ahem. Oh, Cal! You got there before me. Thank you, Cal. Ads? What ads? Thank you, Cal. Oh, and the game is now ready. Right. Let's go and buy some keys so that I can actually play the game next week. Boing, boing, boingy, 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 boingy. Kel supporting Chaos Sibling. A wild scyther has appeared in chat. For those who might be interested in another Pokemon this week. Oh look, it's a distraction. We don't need no stinking ads. We don't need no Twitch Turbo. We have got a subscription. Not quite right, but it'll do. Boing, boing. Oop, I should turn the volume back down from 70 to its normal wilderness level of 50. The decked out dungeon volume is 70. The wilderness volume is 50. I prefer to be able to hear a lot what's going on in the dungeon and not be murdered by way of noise elsewhere. Yes, the Frauke Information Service has advised us that the mystery task is to beat a certain Pokemon in a fight. The information is in my Discord, and I'm sure Frauke will advise us in a second, because the Frauke Information Service is amazing. 20 intelligence or 10 diamonds for a pair of keys. 40 intelligence gets me 4 keys. Kill a Magnezone times 3. There we are. I am just going to put this into my wallet. My keys are in my wallet. Now that's a phrase. It's a battle task, yes. Right. We have failed to survive decked out. However, as has become standard, following a decked out run, it is time for Whimsy! Oh no! Oh no, the button's dead. All the lights are out. The button died. Keys in the wallet, but you've got Whimsy in my pocket. Woohoo! Bats might take my keys. Yep. I should do the dungeon. The dungeon? Normally at this point we go and do a Whimsy run. Let there be There's no carts for Whimsy. Please, sir, can we have a cart, please? No, there's no Whimsy. Did I just sit on a button? Whoop. Going forwards. Whimsy. We're on a Whimsy ride through the chaos. We managed to survive the dungeon, but not survive Captain Gander. The propaganda murdered us. Hey, Ritsu! Welcome in. Whimsy! Going down. Down, 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 down. Whimsy! Oh, the Whimsy! Is that Whimsy in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see us? It be the Whimsy! Going deep down into the depths. Past more Whimsy. Whimsy. More Whimsy. I love the Whimsy. All of the Whimsy. So Whimsy. Which body of water on the madness gets named the Whimsy? For some reason I saw those flowers and thought they were a pair of Gordons waiting on the Whimsy to shoot me. Oh, that would have been bad. Getting shot by Gordon on Whimsy. That's Gordon Whimsy, not Gordon Ramsay. Whimsy. We survived the Whimsy. Boing. 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 I don't know why I thought those flowers were Gordon's. My brain is obviously trying to get me killed by a lot of things. If you're planning on naming it Gordon Ramsay, Gordon Ramsay is already named. Gordon Whimsy, on the other hand, doesn't exist. Whimsy! Right, let's go on the log flume. Let us in. Ah, you're back, Tanker says. Right, let's see what boat we're going to get today. We got the pink boat. That is the pink boat, isn't it? Oh! And as we go for a whimsy boat ride, we're going to dance party on the whimsy boat ride. Dance party whimsy boats. That just sounds so totally ridiculous that I love it. Castles in the tide as we go on. Whimsy on the ride. My boat just threw me out the whimsy, yeah. My boat just threw me out the whimsy, yeah. Cause virtual is where we live. Cause virtual is where we live. Get up this one without being thrown out of the boat. Nope, nope, nope. Ah! Getting attacked by boats today. I don't think this boat likes me. I'm going to swap to a different boat. Give me that. Come back here. The cherry boat did not like the whimsy boat ride. Whoops. Hold on. Let's try another whimsy boat ride. That's not helpful. Come back! My whimsy boat escaped. Whimsy boats are not successful today. They're not successful. Come on. Nope. 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 The whimsy boat has sunk. I don't know what's going on with the whimsy boat today, but it keeps sinking. The whimsy boat couldn't handle all the awesome of the dance party and kept going wrong today. Now there's a phrase. Sleep there for a second. Whimsy. I can't believe the button died. At least one whimsy ride was successful. Yep, not the first party boat to sink due to too much dancing. Exactly. We all danced too hard and sank the boat. We danced too hard and sank the boat. But in the end, it didn't matter. Whimsy was still had. Right. We've had a deadly run, and it was. We've had some whimsy, and it was. We've had a dance party. We're doing well here. Ow, ow. I just smacked my face into a cactus. Remember, do not rub your face on a cactus. It's not conducive to anything. Whimsy. So we've sunk a party boat and crashed into a cactus. Doing well here. Return to the cliffs of insanity. There are better ways to get acupuncture than rubbing your face on a cactus. Yes, you could try telling puns on the idiotic server. Even that. Also, not the first crashing a party boat into a cactus, on the other hand. That would be new. Ah, yes. Should be sleeping, but mistakenly finished your energy drink at midnight. That's not a good way of making sure that you're able to get some sleep. So, let's see. Last week, we added a chimney. Yes, a chimney. This week, I'm actually going to plot the extension of this all the way over to the ghast dock and turn the ghast dock into a tower on the end of this building, I think. Let's see what we can do. Right, what are these and how are they separated? Okay, so we've got pillars of polished basalt. So let's grab some basalt. Salt. Is that sheep looking at me? No, but it's polished basalt instead. Let's see. What's the distance between these? 3. Really? Goodness. This week, the foundation of the house to go with the chimney. Nah, the chimney is connected to the smelters down in the middle of the cliff, which is here. Don't have to worry about that. We got the house. Right. 1, 2, 3. Here. 1, 2, 3. Here. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. 1, 2, 3. Very interesting. Very interesting. I did not plan that. That just happened to line up. That's surprising that that lined up. I'm just going to accept it. How big of an off by 1 error are we going to get later? Because the complete lack of an off by 1 error at this point in the build suggests it's going to be pretty massive. Just to make up for the complete lack of one here. Yeah. This all lines up far too neatly. There's guaranteed to be an absolutely enormous off by 1 error as a result. OBO looming in the distance ominously. Soon I will be an off by 1. Yep. Hey Ninjet, welcome in. Happy Monday. I hope yours is going okay. I'm not going to take these up to there. I can't be fnurbled with it yet. Now, what this does suggest is I was planning on having this building be slightly smaller here. Need to have a think about that. Ow. What is in this? Nothing of value. Okay. We have a Stunky in chat, for those who might be after a Pokemon. Whoop. And we have a Hydrate. Heil Hydrate. Miakula, thank you for joining the scurry there. Welcome in. And a stretch to go with the Hydrate. Hey. Yep. Ow. So, let's see. Where's floor level and what have I been doing with it? Those are stripped dark oak logs. Wrong button. Let's get some dark oak and start extending the floor. That's granite. That's not dirt, that's granite. Why the granite? Why the granite slabs? Bricks and brick walls. Do I have a brick chest? Nope, but I do now. Okay. That in there, that in there, that in there. What did I come over here for? Oh yes, dark oak. I'm thinking. Careful, he's thinking. We're all doomed. Scotsman's thinking again. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Need to have a good escape plan today, waiting for it to roll over to another streak mark. Ooh. 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's 369? My word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 should have been vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one should have been vertical. I pitch quote 333 for the interesting ones there. All right, let's put that there. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Here. You act as though that random is not normal. That random is about the level of random that you get around here. Well, Miakula has decided to break cover and attempt to get a run in. Oh, 35 stream streak. But no. Mary has caught them. 9th catch, 10th escapes though. You're still ahead on points there, Miakula. It's been a while since we've seen quote 11 without me pushing a button for it. Quote 11 is one of the ones I keep on my stream deck as a button to be able to press whenever the appropriate levels of insanity have been reached. Also known as any day ending in Y, basically. Usually Y as in why. I'm gonna have to lower this floor level because I wanted to put an arch underneath this building. But I didn't realize the floor level was so high. Or so low. One of the three. Contemplating sleep, starting to doze, planning to do some errands tomorrow. Look after yourself, Kel. That's the important bit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's the off by 1 error. There it is. It was waiting to sneak up on us. Finally it appears. At this error, those are the... Oh, breaks. Elk. However, I have been pondering whether or not this floor design was appropriate for this section of building. Apparently Mary only thought that was a 14 arrow pun though, so apparently you escape. Or at least you escape without significant acupuncture. Doop, doop, doop. You see, that feels like it needs to be... Hold on, how wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The worst thing is... Actually, no, that's probably just right. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to move the ghast dock. I don't wanna. That's been convenient where it was. Actually, I'm not going to convince myself. I'm not going to run this any further. Like this. I'm going to split the building at this point. Because I had been wondering what to do with the fact that I wanted to have it slightly different shaped. But of course, with these stairs here, I kind of don't want to have it a different shape. Grr. Maybe this is where we put a tower in. Yes. If we take off that, I could put in... Hold on. What have I fnurbled? I could consider this sort of style. Bring this over. I'm just thinking that, Elk. I'm just thinking that. Because that's a... It's a shame that that runs to there, because that would be perfect for an end point. Which means that if I want the building to have a tower... Oh, there's a staircase there. That's a fnurble as well. Huh. I can can see myself moving that staircase so it starts here. So what if we do that? How much of a pain is it going to be if I do that? So far we haven't smacked into anything that's unnecessarily elements of building. 2, 3 here. That works. Fruitcake Candy! Welcome in. Happy Monday. How on earth did How Are You Doing get classed as smart detection? Bot. Twitch. Are you fnurbling? I'm doing okay, Fruitcake Candy. How are you doing? And Feg, thank you for giving that gift sub to Fruitcake Candy. Whoa, way too much Scotsman there. Automod, why on earth did How Are You Doing get added as a smart detection? Not a verbal, a common first line of a sales bot. Oh! Well, I accidentally found the roof. Interesting. Thank you for that information, Frauke. Need to get stuff for the dog, namely socks to keep her from looking at feet, making it worse, enabling autoimmune issues. Also, the first line of a... yeah. You see, Elk is on the same sort of wavelength as I am. Considerate human being. How dare we be considerate human beings in this day and age? Rare on the internet to be a considerate human being. I wish that wasn't the case. I really wish that wasn't the case. Congratulations on triggering surreal conversations for a Cake Candy. Welcome in. I hope your Monday has been going okay as well. Nearly sent ginger ale out of your nose. I was about to ask what ginger was doing up your nose there, Elk. Moving on. Zoinks! Oh, wow! All the more extraordinary, Elk wasn't drinking at the time. Right, let's put a gate in. Where's those 2 pieces of pale moss? Because they're my... We have summoned the Sydney again. Neither of those blocks. Oops, where I wanted to put them. That better not be a thunderstorm. I'll be upset at you if they're a thunderstorm. You thought you had an ice cream vent. I mean, you could say that, Elkhorn, but apparently it won't do very well in the cinemas, if you do. Right, I am going to make this a 2 stone. Come on. A slightly lower angle. Really? Staircase. That is not what was supposed to go there. I do this, am I going to run out of space for the staircase before I... Yes, I am. Okay, fine. We'll go with the standard 1-up per block staircase. If you insist, Minecraft. I'm gonna start it here then. That's better. Off to sleep, fighting with your eyelids. Gonna give in and not resist further. Look after yourself, Kel. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for that gift sub that you gave out earlier as well. Right. So I'll be putting a wall here of some form, and a wall here. Here. Yefnabla. Gosh darn it! Why aren't I? Why? Why are all my plans falling apart? Why are my plans falling apart? Fnabbling sounds intensify. Yeah, fnabbling sounds are a common problem around here, unfortunately. Right. I have just started using a fortune pick for no apparent reason. Oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hey, at least I got that right. Fine. Let's get myself some cobblestone. Didn't want cobblestone, but we're going to get some. To a team meeting, have a good rest of stream, don't make back, or even if you do, look after yourself, Elk, and thank you for joining us as always. There. How much? 61. Right, that's enough. Oh look, I found Sky. I wonder if I can find Agent Coulson at the same time. It's better than filling Skype. Fine. Ooh, distillery tour time. That sounds like it might be a nice idea. Yep. Shall we see if the SLA can organise a distillery tour in a brewery? Does sound a bit fitting, but keep your gluttony beverages to yourself. Apparently this step... It's a miracle! It's a miracle! My friends were shocked to hear that I'd never seen The Hunt for Red October. Truth is, I don't like movies with subtitles. How on earth did that get a 0 arrow response? Apparently, I let that be an option. Mary must have been out of arrows. Yep. Elk has been braving Mary? Braving Mary. She likes me. Well, don't tell your wife. Hey. Okay. Let me put something in to stop this becoming a way out for things. Maybe she's going to come equipped with a rocket crossbow next time. Ooh. Sounds rocketry intensify. Well, she's out of her mind. Wow. One of these things is not like the others. Or a hwacha. Hwacha! Now my heart hurts because I remember Grant in O'Hara. I miss Grant in O'Hara. Have you ruined netherite leggings for me yet? And that's made me remember that Sam Neill passed away today. Can't we have a tribute at... yeah. The shading on them looks like a... Sydney. What was his character name in Jurassic World? Alan Grant. Okay, if we look that up, I have... That's West with certain trims. I'm sure it is. Yeah, let's I quite like that. Well, hold on. We have 6 bays for... Okay, we're going to be working on the top of the tower fairly soon then. Because there are 6 bays for happy ghasts up at the top of the tower. I think we have to have an Alan Grant. Probably need to have... Dang it, what's the other guy's name? An Ian Malcolm up there. And what was the lady's name? Because I think we should have all 3 of those. So an Alan Grant, an Ian Malcolm, and an Ellie Sattler as 3 of the 3 of the ghasts up on the top of the tower. Ow. Apparently I'm terrible at parkour. Do we need a couple of copper golems named Dennis Nedry, and those would... Only if we build a... Well, now we're going to have to put a control room in then, and put them in there. Dang it. Why are you scope creeping me? I didn't need any more scope creep. Just trying to keep the scope creep under control. I have no idea what that noise was. You didn't say the magic word. Somebody... I don't have a tell Scott's command yet. Somebody put a note in inspiration warning. 3 ghasts with those names: Ellie Sattler, Alan Grant, and Iron Golem. And we need a control room with a pair of copper golems called Dennis Nedry and the other guy. And we need an iron golem called John Hammond somewhere. Magic World Fnurble, as always. Yes. Thank you for that follow as well. And Shadow Sky on a 375 stream streak. Thank you so much for that. And you managed to escape as well, Shadow. Congratulations. What was I doing up here? Oh, and a note on a safety llama named after the lawyer. Look. Just how much scope creep are we going to add into one conversation? Just so I know. And the answer, yes, is apparently the answer. Look, you do know that the more scope creep you add into these builds, the longer it's going to take for me to get anywhere near Himmelsby. And if I don't get anywhere near Himmelsby soon, we are never going to get round to starting building the damn thing. And we've still got, from Last Life for Extra Life, all of those fnurbling Gordons. Not Gordons. Copper golems that I need to put in for people from Last Life for Extra Life. Yes, copper golems. That's what I said. So many. Yes. Copper golems. I have to add all the copper golems that I have to give people as a result of Last Life for Extra Life still. I owe people so many things. I am never, ever getting any building done. And that's before we even consider a copper golem village. Those are dark... Yeah, those are dark oak. Is it time for me to have a nervous breakdown due to over fnurbling? Oh, that didn't work. Stay on. Scotsman can't remember how to build. This is going to be another arch. Fruitcake Candy's decided to leave us now. I mean, I have no idea what we've done to cause that, but don't leave us. Ah, they were starting to. Thank you, Feg. They were setting up for a run. What is that? Is that a little flower that Fruitcake Candy tried to bribe Mary with? Congratulations, you managed to escape from Mary, by the way. Well done. And we have a Passimian in chat for those who might be after a Pokemon. Watch as Scotsman attempts to... oh, that's a balloon, was it? Ah. Sorry, I couldn't tell. Because I am all squirrel and highly fnurbled. may have to remove some of this. What have I got here? I can do that. Yeah, that works. We just take this and this out. Put another one of those there and there. Remove this, 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 this. Actually, maybe we shouldn't have taken those out. Mr. Hobbs, welcome in. Happy Monday. Welcome to the mayhem, the chaos, and everything that... That's not what I wanted to place there. Everything that resembles a complete lack of understanding of where are all my blocks? Do I not have any more... Why don't... Well, apparently I need a drink. I'll hydrate! You know, I am so glad that I put that in because it actually helps me hear it. Mid-fnurbling, I actually can hear a stretch. Oh! And a stretch. I meant to hydrate, but hey. Ah, yes, Raven. Popcorn. You see, because we tend to keep the stretch and the hydrate in sync, I didn't want to overload it with both of them simultaneously. I mean, they wouldn't be simultaneous, but you know what I mean. So close to each other. I wanted to keep them... I want to have it as... I wanted to keep it as independent as it was. I will think about it, but... Oops. You see, that's going to be a problem. So if I put a thing there, I can't climb up it. Yes. Phrasing. I need 3 more. Fine. Oh, hey, that matches with that as a... Yes, that works. Okay. Flip the ladder to the other side where there isn't a piston. That would work, except for the fact that it's got nothing to climb up at that point, Raven. I don't think. I'll have a look. I mean, the other possibility is that we don't actually have an access ramp there at all. Or an access ladder. I have been toying with the idea of removing this ladder entirely. Because we're going to be able to walk along this corridor from here. And that, I mean, corridor, storage room, one of the 3. So it kind of doesn't necessarily need that. At which point we could get away with removing it completely. It also dawned on me that if you want to get up there, you just climb the ghast. Which is definitely a phrase that absolutely does not sound wrong. I need a cobble thingamahoosit, and yeah, let's get a cobble deep slate stair. you want to get up there, just use the ghast lift. Look, even Impulse removed that. Nobody uses a ghast lift anymore. Where did I leave my ladders? I'm sure I had spare ladders in one of these chests. I appear to have a small amount of diamond horse armor. Put it there. Why am I carrying around all of this copper still? No. That goes in there, that goes in there, that goes in there, that goes in there. I don't need that copper. And that barrel goes into here. What was I over here for? Oh yes, deep slate cobbled stair. That's polished. No, 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 no. Do I not have any deep slate cobbled? There it is. Spent the last hour or so between meetings trying to troubleshoot issues, but having Chromebook updated in the background, just murdering the abilities of goodness. That's an extreme edge case, Raven. Hopefully that's an extreme edge case. I almost wish I could put a second access tunnel here. If it weren't for the fact that there's a piston here. Could I get away with moving that piston to here? No. Whoa. Felt like you were being watched, just looked out your office window. Giant seagull staring down at you from the neighbour's roof. Ah! I was about to say, was there an end to that statement? That was not the end you were expecting. Ooh. Let's see if I did that. Do I need another one? So this becomes now an access tunnel. At which point we put in, say, 2 here and turn this into a cupboard / cubby hole. That actually would probably be quite good. Yeah. I can probably put a pair of hidden doors back here for access to the redstone. Anetidophobia? The fear that somewhere, somehow, a duck is watching you. That's just quacked. Duck that. Duck dodgers. Thanks. Hello. Needs to be one taller. As that comes forwards. Oh, no, don't need to go that high. Math Girl! Happy Monday, welcome in. How are you doing? Okay, let's see. Use that spruce and dark oak. Okay, I'm just going to do dark oak for the rest of it. Because I have no idea why. I apologise if people are hearing sounds of angle grinders in the background. They appear to be doing roadworks outside. Don't think my microphone is picking it up, but just in case. Doing all right? That's a good thing. Can't hear them, that you can tell. That's good. I'm just aware of them dimly in the background myself, mostly because I've got good. I've got over-the-ear headphones on. They're not noise cancelling, but I can just about hear. At one point today, Feg, there was one person rolling out a set of temporary traffic lights and 5 other people watching. That felt far more normal. I'm just full of the biggest fans, you hear nothing. Understandable. It is the British way. Yes. Miss Ferret, welcome in. I hope you are having a lovely Monday. Okay, I need 4 trapdoors and 2 more shelves. I'm impressed that things are lining up. It's very surprising. Let's get some more. No, darker. Excuse me. I want dark oak shells. Why do I even have strip spruce in my inventory? How did I end up with strip spruce in my inventory? Where did that come from? I shouldn't have stripped spruce in. What? I can't even speak properly. Speak properly and enter. There's a hole in the floor there. Please excuse me while I check that gravity is functional. Okay, that looks suitably ominous at the end of the room. And really rather cool. So, let's see. We had a Dramper in chat, but Feg has caught it. I didn't even notice it was there, so I apologise. I'm doing well on focusing. Do-da, do-da. I don't know what's going on. Do-da-do-da-day. Nothing new there. Nothing new there. Scots has lost his marbles. Do-do-do-do-do. Right. I do feel like this is going to be a very, very low undercroft. Because I wanted this to be a walkway through between the buildings. But it's going to be 3 blocks tall. That feels very, very short. In fact, it's going to be 2.5 by the time I add in. Oh. Also, I have no way of making it sensible to get into here. Well, hold on. Hold on. If we do all of this on the assumption that this is going down by a block. I'm not ADH Squirrel, you're ADH Squirrel. I haven't got the focus to be ADH Squirrel. So if we lower all of this by a block. I don't know the meaning of the word ADH Squirrel. I'm not diagnosed as ADH Squirrel. They couldn't actually get me to focus long enough for a diagnosis. Honestly, what's the point in me getting a diagnosis for ADH Squirrel? Right, take this out as well. So, if we have stairs coming up to here... The meds, the wonderful meds. Everybody loves the wonderful meds. Do I have... I don't have a problem if I lower that. So what I might do is... Come on, let's sleep. If we lower that by 1... So this can go down by a block. This can stay at the level it's at, or it could be lowered by a block as well. That might work. That would probably give me exactly what I'm... Yep, that works. Yep, let's do that. There. There's no ceiling on that floor. Found the floor in my plan. I fell through it as well. I'm gonna knock down a few things by accident here, or maybe not. Gonna drop a few, but that's nothing new. Place one of those there, one of those there. And we can pick up all of this. Boop, 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 boop. Love the fact that this has been constructed for many, many moons, and suddenly I'm ripping it down. Oh, I need to take out this as well. I mean, this literally was one of the first things that I built in this region, and so of course I'm immediately removing it now. Because I'm an off by 1 error. Of course it's an off by 1 error. has to be an off by 1 error. There's absolutely no way that I could build something like this and not result in an off by 1 error. Yeah, I'm not at all shocked either, Raven. It does feel entirely normal. Okay, remember 2 and 1. Okay. I wish I was shocked, but I mean, it would be entirely out of place for me to have not decided to actually rip apart something I built just so that I could move it by 1 block. But in doing so, we gain ourselves an extra block of space here, which makes all of this feel like it's a little bit more appropriate. At least there's no redstone. True, I haven't actually broken anything with redstone yet today. It's tough. These 3. I really wish we had copper grate slabs. Ooh, that needs replaced. That needs replaced. We need some tough. Meds. Thank you for reminding. Yeah, I forgot to take my meds this morning as well. Wait, what? Oh. Frauke.
Dirty Turkish shark, back flat, important, Philip Martin, Perkaluma Burton.
Confidently provided yet another inaccurate data point on your system that's apparently pulled from thin air. Ah, nice. I saw that quote, Frauke, and thought that quote 200 had been triggered. And was like, is it really that time already? But apparently it's just fake quote 200 because of cat. That's what your cat said. Right, yeah. I get it now, I just didn't get it when I saw it. That's twice today people have managed to trigger things in such a way that I thought something had broken. Or I got things backwards. Nothing new there. Right, that gives us a bit more space here. I need 3 half slabs. And a partridge in a pear tree. Alan Partridge in a pear tree? Why is Alan Partridge in a pear tree? Let's get at least one of those in copper because no. Hey, let's get 2 of those in copper. Let's put that back up there, and one of those in tough of some form because we can. That will do. No, that won't do. I've got to remove it. Yeah. Alan Partridge falling from a pear tree. Ah! Okay. Copper. I was going to put a... Why do I not have a... We've gotten this far into stream and I've only just realised I don't have a stone cutter available. That took significantly longer to become a necessary thing than usual. That's better. Now we've still got our step up to the to flying fnurbles. We've got a little bit more room here. This feels like it's actually a decent-sized undercroft. And if we take all of this out, we not only get a decent amount of stone, but we also find that we can actually walk through a reasonably large area. And how much have we fnurbled as a result of this? Oh, just one staircase. Nothing major. And that staircase, honestly, we can just remove the top stair and it'll be fine. Yep, that's not a problem. I still needed to... That just means I've now got 2 blocks in height to gain between here and there. That's not too terrible. I can work that out. Let's take this lot out. Let's take those back because it will be useful. I still don't know why I've got polished blackstone brick. More to the point, I don't know why I'm trying to put that into a chest in my overworld stuff when blackstone is definitely not overworld. Wait a minute. How have I gotten this far without realizing that I haven't actually figured out how to... Why is there gaps in my roof? Chat, there are gaps in my roof. Ventilation. Apparently. To let the British weather in. That's believable. It's probably the only way of getting the heat out of this building. They were confiscated by the British Museum. Wow. Right. I feel like, probably take a quick nap. Got some marbles. I used to know what was going on. I'm sure of it. I'm pretty sure I used to know what was going on. So this roof is complete. Right. Let's see. Skip 1, that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1, that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That. Skip 1, that. Yeah, that's going to be wrong. In so many different ways. So I can get one more bay, and I can probably put windows into it. That feels like it's a terrible plan, so let's not. let's get some of those in. So, that would be there. I'm going to say I want another one of those here, which means that that would be here. Does that fit with where this would normally have been? Who knows? Oh, right, yes. Not in the slightest. So I would need to move that one to the left. It's just a step to the left and a block to the right. That makes sense. We can then put something by way of pillars here for an arch at the end. Oh, no, actually, that should have gone the other way. Sorry, that should have been there. Excuse me. Can I have that back? Oh, yay. I made more cobblestone. Woohoo! So if we do that... that works. This might need to be changed, but that can be worked with. I vote for shifting these. So we'll make this a windowed section. Yes, I am absolutely making this up as I go along at this point. Put that there, that there. So, which gives us two. No, I forgot to move this one. Okay, that gives us a double arch section here and here, which we can put probably a taller window into. That'll look nice, I think. So as you come out of the storage room, you come to an area where there's a nice large windowed arch over here and here. This section is where it... yes, that works. So that's probably where we want this to extend forwards to about here on each side and become a pillar. And then the building shifts, stays at this width for the section along to there. Those pillars are wrong. Yay! We found another off by one error. Those two pillars are drastically out of place, which means that pillar's in completely the wrong place. In fact, all of those are wrong. Well, it had to happen. And now Minecraft is crying at the thought. Of course it is. Are these always in threes? Okay, so there's a... so this is what we have here. That makes sense, because that would be a nice junction element. So I have... Do I have that to here? Are those on every 3? Yes, they are. That's good. Oops, I fell. This is starting to line up now. It'd be nice if it was not raining and snowing all over my build. So it's not easy to build when it's currently getting rained and snowed on simultaneously. That's at 127. Okay. Don't have any chiseled any nether brick stairs, so I need 2 of those. Sleet weather, the worst of all. Yes. It is absolutely the worst of all possible weather conditions, in my opinion. I absolutely agree. I need more polished deep slate. Ow. You'll do. Is it getting dark enough that I can sleep? That's a crafting bench. I don't think I can sleep in a crafting bench. Much as how it would be an interesting solution. It'll take sleep. I mean... That's got to be dark enough to sleep now. Wow, I placed a block under my bed instead of sleeping. That's impressive. That's actually impressive. I need way more polished deep slate than I planned for. Smarter than the average Scotsman. No. Smarter than the average Fnurble. Scott's picnic basket. I now have this image of a copper golem stealing a picnic basket. I don't know why. That's just the image that I now have in my head. It's a picnic basket. Quite why a copper golem would steal a picnic basket, I don't know, but ours is not the reason why. Ours is but to chase Fnurbles around. Yeah. I was about to say, why can't I? Is that the height that goes to? Yes. Yes, it is. Wait, what? Dagfnurble it. This time it really is quote 200, isn't it? All I've managed to build is a pile of shells. Sounds of cats rejoicing intensify. Yeah, that feels right. What do I normally have in there? 125, 124. Yep. Hey, Footy, welcome in. You arrived just as I am being told that the cats are rejoicing. Reducing? 3, 6, 1. That's not going to help. Watching EastEnders. I didn't realise you were watching Joel Smallish Beans. Hold on. Is that brick? Yes. Dun, 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 da, da. Falls did a great job with that lettering. They really did. And 2 in. Dun, 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 dun. I have made it so I can't get into my build. Let's clean up a little. So, what have we worked out today? We have worked out that Scots has no clue what he's doing, and has apparently not got the faintest clue how to get anywhere close to actually having a decent-sized building that looks eminently like he's making progress. We've also learned that lava does not actually help you with artifacts, and wardens definitely don't like Scotsmen, but the real big problem was Captain Gander. Today has been brought to you by the Howls. Ooh! Ah! No! And the number Fnurble. Yep, if you can figure out what number Fnurble is, congratulations. I haven't a clue. And we have a Pokemon in chat, which will probably be your last one of the stream. It is a Durant. Ooh, I'm out of Ultra Balls. Yeah. Wasn't... No. If you or anyone else has... I believe that one Feg would be, if you or anyone else has felt that they need to talk to somebody after the concepts raised in today's stream, please dial 0800 Fnurble for support. Your call may be recorded for training and hilarity purposes. Wow. you or anyone else has got the faintest clue what's been going on in this stream, please can you let us know, because we're not sure. Let's see if we can get these in as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. So I need 10, 15, 30, and 6. Can my cat call that number to complain about the spacing of the quote 200s? I mean, they can complain, but it's not going to make any difference. The quote 200s still happen at the time that they are supposed to happen. Yeah. Elk has just power slided into the corner. If anyone asks, I'm not here. I mean, given that I haven't been here for most of my life. Fnubble meows intensify. Where's he sitting on your feet in this heat? Oh goodness, yep. Right. I'm guessing that's probably as much as I should probably attempt to do. Let's get my character into a safe zone, probably down here in the basement. And let's see what all of this actually looks like in the cold light of day. Well, it doesn't look like much progress has been made, does it? Ah, dear. That's an 866 number. Fnurbles are not toll-free. I don't really feel like I made a huge amount of progress there, despite the fact that a lot has actually been placed and arranged and counted and rearranged and counted again. And this building actually is slowly getting somewhere. It's just, it's big, as always. And some of us have a bad habit of building things that are ridiculously too much. But I think we can probably say that that's the wrapping up point. We can probably say that, yes. Oh dear. Which, given that the sun is setting and the Fnurbles are calling. Yep. We're getting there. There are elements that suggest that this is slowly beginning to turn into a building. I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening and for putting up with the absolute insanity. Oops, the energy wore off and looks like the stream is ending, so you can finally sleep. Yay for being able to sleep. Thank you to everyone for joining me today. It has been absolutely fantastic having you all here. As always, the chaos, the mayhem, the bonkersness that is dealing with the Ravagers, the Wardens, and chat. Time for your last meeting. Look after yourself, Raven. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, where we will be in the Madness world. And I do believe we have a... That's not where I was expecting to be. We have a Gordon to deliver for Bad Moon, which is Button Mashington. Yes, Button Mashington. We're going to Button Mashington. We're going to find a Button Mashington. Button Mashington. we've actually got quite a few people that I could go to. I know you said Carnassus, Blunding, and Minor Mum alive. We also have, who am I looking at here? We've got a Cozy Squirrel and a Gutty as well, as alternatives. I don't see a Khan. Are you sure Khan's still alive? Is that of the Hampshire Button Mashingtons or the Shropshire Button Shropshire? Shropshire. What the heck is a Shropshire? I think I'm going to send us over to Cozy Squirrel because they might have just wrapped. Yep, that happens. I'm going to send us over to Cozy Squirrel, who is a lovely person to hang out with. Who we haven't raided for a while because I think we got off sync. Either way, I will be back again, as I said, tomorrow. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves. You are all absolutely amazing. Let's see if I can push the buttons in the right sequence today and not cut myself off. And I will hopefully see you all again soon. Bye-bye.